there should be a good reason why I choose online professional development. It's not because I'm trapped in the technology era. I have the reason. In my campus, I'm the only English teacher, so I'm lonely. I need to make friends with others, so usually I join this kind of conference. But you know, this kind of conference is not cheap. In the previous session that I attended, one of the presenters said that she should travel from Gorontalo to come here, and it cost her 10 millions. 10 millions. It's not cheap at all, especially for PNS like me. So I choose online professional development. I'm going to cover social media, online learning, and one which is quite popular at the moment, MOC. And I will start with the social media. I have one question for you. If you have the answer, you can just shout it. What can I or teachers do on Facebook related to professional development? So let's say update status, posting pictures of food that you eat for this lunch for your professional development. Anyone want to share with me? Yes, can you shout it back?
Yeah.
Interviewing students through Facebook. Any other for your professional development? Yes.
In Malaysia, we used it to engage parents in the fellows.
Oh, okay. Engaging parents. Engaging parents. What about you? Yeah, join group of professional development. Like we have some of the group. There are so many group for English teachers right now. I can see some other raising hands over there. Yes. Join a learning community in Facebook. Okay.
Sharing.
Yes.
Sorry. Sometimes when I am teaching and I'm facing a certain difficulties, like any exercises, I put up a status, I tag my fellow teachers. They usually share a lot of things.
Yeah. We can also post problems or questions. Sometimes I update my status with English just to check whether some of my students will give comments in English too. Some will complain, Miss, I don't understand your status, but some others will try to say, yeah, give simple comments. So this is one of the things that I did with Facebook. I created one Facebook group. The name of the group is the Home of Learning Teachers. It's been like 2 years, and right now the members already 1,300 something. Most of them are teachers. I know that it's not as big as Teachers' Voice professional development, where many of lecturers are there. Here, most of the members are teachers. And then in this group, this is what we usually do on this group. We exchange teaching resources, sometimes links, sometimes personal teaching resources. There is one very enthusiastic member from Semarang. When he did something unsuccessful in his class, usually he will post the picture, he will post the lesson plan, and then many teachers will ask further questions related to what he did in the classroom. And then we also exchange teaching problems. Some are solved, some are not. Sometimes just, yeah, we leave it up to you, it's the decision of the teachers. And then we also exchange teaching tips, some issues in the LP and education, but mainly we don't complain much. Some groups usually complain a lot about what happened in this, in the curriculum, things like that, but usually we try to do what we can do as teachers. And then we also try to update our content knowledge, give information about workshops, seminars, and others. So this is the main thing that I usually do with Facebook. So my hobby is Facebooking, and then I try to create one. Actually, it's not my only idea. It's with Ibu Ija, so she was one of the the chair in this forum. And then the next one, another social media, Twitter. It's a bit different with Facebook. So what can we do? What can teachers do on Twitter? What do you usually do on Twitter? Can you share?
Share ideas.
Share ideas? Yes?
Put a link to a website.
Yes, put links to websites.
My graduate students actually conduct research in neologism, and all the source or the data he found it from Twitter.
So we can even do some research on Twitter. Any other? Yes?
I use it to share articles that I read that I collect through an RSS feed.
Linking to RSS.
So, well, I don't link to RSS. I collect things that I'm interested in reading with an RSS feed. Then I select the ones that I think are most useful to share.
Yeah.
So I go from one app to the other.
It's like making a daily paper, and you collect some of the articles that you are interested in and post it to others, share with others. One of the things that I did with Twitter is joining Twitter chat. Pak Jati previously mentioned that I joined one. I'm continuously joining one of the Twitter chat. It's Asia ELT Twitter chat. It's chaired by the British Council, and the moderator usually from many different countries in Asia, and I'm the moderator in Indonesia. So the hashtag is Asia ELT. And then in this topic, usually it's a bi-weekly Twitter chat, and then we keep changing our topics from time to time. And then by joining this Twitter chat, I get new friends from Japan, from Thailand, from many other countries. And sometimes we find that problems that we find in our classroom in Indonesia and problems that teachers find in their classroom is quite similar. We exchange information and other things. And besides ACILT chat, I also follow these hashtags because I really like technology, so I joined EdTech. There are so many information about the news apps, the news information related to the use of technology in our classroom. There are some other like the ELT chat, Potesol is actually only for foreign teachers, but I also joined that. And the last one is the Artipics. This is interesting because we can post picture using this hashtag, and then everybody can get the picture without having problem with the copyright, because all of us post the picture there ready to share with others. So the Artipics is special hashtags for getting and sharing pictures for our classroom. And these are the things that we can do with Twitter. We can retweet or share useful links, give opinion, follow other teachers or even famous ELT practitioners, get information, ask for help, pass on useful information, Edmodo. This is still social media, but social media for learning. I believe that some of you are familiar with Edmodo. One of the issues about using Facebook, especially for young learners, junior high school and elementary school students, is the problem with security. So if you think that using Facebook is not really secure for your students, then you can use Edmodo. I usually use Edmodo because some of my students don't use their real name in Facebook. If you are familiar with the Ally version of the name, so I cannot recognize their name because their names are even difficult to be read. So I asked them to come to Edmodo. My students love it because the interface is very much similar to Facebook, so they have no technical problems. Here, besides teaching using Edmodo, I also help other teachers do some online training using Edmodo. So sometimes I post video lecture, PowerPoint presentation, giving tasks to a group of teachers, not teaching in the same area, sometimes in different islands. And just last week we have a collaboration with 8 countries under the Senior Simolec. So there are 8 countries in the Asia join the online course for improvement of pedagogical knowledge. So probably there's also answering Pak Hailo's questions about what knowledge that we can develop through online professional development. One of them is from pedagogical knowledge, but I believe when we collaborate, discuss with teachers from other countries, then our English proficiency is also improving. Besides having the class, we can also connect and collaborate with other teachers. There are some group in Edmodo. If you are interested in project-based learning and you join with project-based learning group, you will get lots and lots of ideas. Or if you don't know what to teach, I'm going to teach this kind of subject. Do you know any ideas about any project ideas? Usually people will give us ideas. Join Edmodo Conference. I've joined Edmodo Conference two times, and then I don't have to spend 10 million. Even the place for this conference is in somewhere in the US. I don't remember the state. And then there is a time constraint actually. The conference starts at 9 p.m. and finish at 7 a.m. So I stay awake. But yeah, it worked. And then the last two, maybe it's not for our professional development, but by having an online class with our students and also facilitate students learning through online communication and collaboration, we keep digging our knowledge, what we have to do with the Edmodo, and then we are trying to find new information all the time. And then I've done with social media. This one is e-learning. I also did some e-learning. I'm an online tutor, and one of the program that we did is an Asian Cyber course. The topic is about integrating ICT into teaching and learning for lecturers and teachers in Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Thailand, and Vietnam. Here, we also give them online training, and the mode is actually blended training. So they have to undergo a 1-month online training. They have to watch videos and then get some PowerPoint presentation, read some articles, and then do some tasks, and they get feedback from their online tutor. And after that, they will have a 3-day face-to-face workshop. It was quite big participants. There are 132 participants from 5 different countries. So there are 6 online tutors at the time. These are the activities they have to. They are exposed to various media, text, video lecture, and they have to do some tasks and assignments. They get feedback from their online tutor. They did some discussion and collaboration among participants, and also they did some peer review. This is also to improve their pedagogical knowledge. And the last one. I joined MOC, but I was not that hardworking, so I failed. And these are the 3. Have you ever heard Coursera? Yes. Did you join Coursera? Have you ever joined any of the course from Coursera? Yes. Anyone failed like me?
No.
Were you failed? Why?
I didn't have time.
You didn't have time. Any other fail in Coursera? What about you? What was the reason?
I didn't take it seriously.
You didn't take it seriously, yeah. That was the discussion in publish this presentation yesterday, I didn't take it seriously. What to do to make the participant have the inner motivation to do it. I didn't take it seriously too, and I feel lost because there are thousands of participants, and then I feel like lonely. I try to join some group discussion, but yeah, probably because of different context, different background knowledge, so I cannot fit in with the discussion. That was about e-learning and digital cultures. At the time, I thought that I'm quite knowledgeable on e-learning and digital cultures, but then when they're talking about dystopian and what was that word? Dystopian and utopian, I have no idea what it was. So yeah, that's my experience on what I did for my personal professional development, and I feel that by doing so I can get connected with more teachers, not only in my area, because again I told you that I'm alone in my campus, but also I get connected with some teachers from different countries. Even I can do quick chat with, one of the most memorable quick chat was when I met Jeremy Harmer. So I did quick chat with Jeremy Harmer, and then a few weeks after that he came to Indonesia and he recognized me, and it was so, I was so happy. He recognized me. You are the one on Twitter? Yes. And we took pictures. So that was one of the aha moments. So yeah, that's what I did with my personal development, and why I keep talking about technology and things like that, because again I'm an ICT freak, so all the things that I did is related to ICT. Maybe for those who have no interest in ICT, you still can do the online professional development. You find Facebook group for subjects that you are interested in. You find Twitter hashtag for things that you are interested in. So all of them is very much related with our personal interests. What I mentioned previously might not be relevant to your context, but you might be able to find some other groups, some other hashtag, some other Twitter that is relevant to your context. So that's my presentation. Thank you.